So recently I caught up with an old friend and she was telling me that she got divorced. And I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids and I just got lonely and bored. And she had other friends that had, boyfriends, or like they had just got married and they were always going out, always going on vacation, always partying, like going to the club, going to the bar, hanging out with friends, and they did none of that. And when she would bring it up to her husband would always tell her, like, I gotta work. Like, they had a big house, they had nice things. Like, he was just trying to work. So they ended up getting divorced. And now, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I can hate it. And I was like, why? And she's like, because all they want to do is just have fun. They just want to go to the club. They just want to go to the bar. They just want to hang out, have a good time, and then that's it. She said, no one wants to help me out. Like, I'm trying to find someone that's going to help take care of my kids. She's like, I just want someone to be a provider, not just a good time. So I was all like, well, wasn't that what your husband was doing? And she's like, I know. And I guess now her ex-husband is dating someone, like, seriously. They have been divorced for a total of 3 years, and he has been dating this girl for 2 years. She has 2 kids, and they're already living together. She says that he's fully taking care of her. Like, the girl doesn't work, she's a stay-at-home mom. They haven't had any new kids, but they're planning on having kids. And she's pissed because she's like, how can he move on so fast? Like, I can't even find nobody, and he just found someone so quick, and he didn't even want to give us another try, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was so confused because I was like, okay, so you divorced him because he was always working and you were bored. So now you are single, going out, having a good time, dating, but you don't like that. Now you want someone to take care of you, a provider. And your ex-husband, all he wanted to do was be a provider. That's why now he is dating someone who he has no problem providing for her and her kids. And she's pissed because she's like, why would he go and find someone who has kids? Like, he already has kids. Why would he want to take on that responsibility? And I'm like, wait, aren't you looking for someone to take on?
My soon-to-be ex-husband just pulled up to my house in a brand new truck, and I'm not really sure if I'm sad about it or if I'm mad about it. There's a little bit of both happening there because a brand new truck really mattered more to this man than his marriage and his dog. Which, I mean, if he wants to be the loser that lives in an apartment with a brand new car, then by all means be my guest. All he's doing is showing me that he really was a financial burden on me and that I should not keep him around. One of the most consistent arguments we had was that he wanted a brand new $100,000 truck. And trust me when I say we are not in the tax bracket to be having a $100,000 truck, nor does he have a real use for that car, especially now that he lives in an apartment.
Honestly, I really don't understand some women. One of the greatest managers in the history of football. Now, we know Manchester City, we know Pep Guardiola has been very, very stressed recently. They've done really bad this season, and a lot of it has to do with his domestic situation. Pep Guardiola has finally finalized his divorce with his wife, and apparently she wants to take half of his wealth, which apparently she will take, and also his biggest mansion in Manchester and a load of properties that he also has. Now, this is crazy. She is leaving Pep Guardiola because she said he's too focused on his work. He's too endorsed in football. Apparently because he extended his contract at Manchester City, and that annoyed her and caused problems for her. What I don't understand is this. Now, I am going to say that I do not know what's happening in their personal lives, but I must say, how insulting to a man like Pep Guardiola, who dedicated his life to be one of the best managers in the sport, and he's got to the top and having to work so hard to get to the top, and you get big contracts, you get millions. Now, it's those millions that have provided an absolute prestigious and luxuriated lifestyle. And now, not only do you want to leave, you want to leave with half of it. Why don't you just go and leave him?
And this is what turns a lot of men off from marriage. This right here. This is why a lot of men avoid marriage, is because I know at some point in time you're going to try to take me for, honestly, nowadays, women taking half, you're getting off easy. Because with the way these, and that sounds so crazy to say, because these modern women, with the way that they act today, they take all your stuff. They been taking all your stuff, down to, I think a woman took a power drill. She didn't even know it existed. Well, she forgot about it is what happened. And once he came over to get some of his things, like she had taken the house, she had taken the cars and all that stuff, and she didn't even know the drill was in there. I think she tried to go back and amend the contract or something like that, or the whatever it was. And I think they ended up letting that woman have that man's drill. Like she went back through the legal process to take a drill just to try to break him. And you're going to wonder why men don't want to take care of you.
Please just hug me. And please stop recording me. Why? Why
I don't want you here.
Can you stop? You said that there's nothing I can do to rock you. Please don't do this to me. I don't have it. But you see also how like you're recording, but you're the calm one right now. Let me tell the camera, since you're recording me. I said that I'm on my period and I'm a bitch because I'm PMSing. And why are you still recording? Why are you smiling? You recording me. You're not gonna try to set me up like you did, but it just, like, you're literally putting on recording. That's actually one of the things to do with somebody with BPD. But you see also how, like, you're recording, but you're the calm one right now. And that's usually how narcissism works. Right? Why are you still recording? Why are you smiling and manipulating me? What did I said that I'm on my period. I said that I'm on my period. Let me tell the camera, since you're recording me. I said that I'm on my period and I'm a bitch because I'm PMSing. And every time I'm on my period and I'm a bitch, he gets upset and then says he doesn't want to be with me anymore. And yes, I said that's a pussy move.
Right.
That's what I said. I'm sorry, but this video is nothing. I don't agree.
She wants that man to stop recording because she's keeping her attitude in check. Once that camera goes off, she's going to go back to doing what she was doing, which is the reason for him recording in the first place. Modern women, they'll play these games. They'll act all nice and cute until you keep those cameras rolling. Keep those cameras rolling, brother. She's acting calm and cute right now. But if she is who we know modern women can be, at some point in time, she's going to fly off the handle and people going to be like, yeah, yeah. He should have been recording the whole time.
To the divorce, yeah.
Jay, I'm trying to get home. It's my shit. Let her go. For what? Let her fucking go. Go ahead, motherfucker. Let's go. I swear to God, I will hurt you. This is my home. It's not your shit. Yes, it is. No, it's yes, it is. I will shoot you. Let her go. 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 Oh, fuck. Let her go. Let her go. Yo, let her go. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. Let her go. Sir, let her go. Let her go. Sir, let her go. Let the whole go in the wrong bag, sir. Sir, it's not. Go ahead, listen. Look in the bag. Look in the bag, sir. Sir, look in my bag. No, sir, it's not my bag.
Ano sa pimbag? Ang pimbag. Ano kayong sampot naman?
He is on me. It's my house. I'm in my house. No, it's not.
Hey! It's commanded!
Him?
Yes!
He's bad?
Yeah! He's crazy! My mom also! I'm not now!
That's not, no,
Hey! You come back on the tree then!
Sir, it's not. I'll let you go if you feel like. Anybody that like it, it's not my bad. Come in with that. Alvin, no. Let the bag go. You're a respectful military man. Let the bag go. No, because now I got a fucking blow. I don't know what to do about that. I'll wait for the captain.
Do you know that there are some people that if their partners call them on phone and tell them, babe, it's over, without any explanation and any reason, they'll just tell you, okay, and block your number or delete your number and move on with your life as if they have never met you? Why are you people like this? So you can't ask your partner, oh, what's the problem? How can we fix it? Why?
In Japan, bachelor tax will be introduced from April 2026 due to decreasing of birth rates and low population in Japan. Basically, being single will be taxed. Nani? I will break it down. So the government, Japan will increase the tax to help raising a child. If you're single or married, not having children, doesn't matter. Everyone has to pay this tax. Like this, if you give a birth, you will receive money from the government more than before, stuff like that, because government gonna use that tax to give money to the people who has a kid. Government wanna Japanese people to wanting kids, so they're introducing this bachelor tax. Do you think this will help Japanese people to make babies?
You know, this is interesting because you hear a lot of women talk about the pink tax, and then you hear them talk about the single tax. Then you hear them talk about the wage gap. Are you catching my drift? Every single time they turn around, they're getting taxed. I can't pay this bill. Why do I have to live like this? Every time I get paid, then my paycheck is gone. I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of being independent. When is somebody going to take care of me? Meanwhile, in Japan, they're actually taxing people. They're actually hey, send that check in. Oh, you're not going to send? Let's go ahead and pull it out. Let's go ahead and pull it out automatically. They're actually going through that. But modern women here, the stuff that they say they're going through, they don't be going through nothing.
One of the things I think is hardest about being single or perpetually single is the fact that, especially as you get older and everyone around you starts to like partner up, you are no one's priority. And I know that I'm going to get the coupled people jumping in on this conversation being like, even if you're in a partnership, it doesn't mean that you're the priority. I just need you to sit down for a second. Keep those thoughts to yourself, because I'm not saying that they're not valid, but this conversation right here is about how painful it can be to be always considered last, to be considered last among well-meaning friends and family who just have other priorities in order. They have their children, their spouses, and you just by default sort of drift to the bottom of that list. It might mean that no one is actively going out of their way to like spend time with you, or they don't necessarily think of you first when they're doing an activity. And it's not that people mean to be hurtful, but if you go your whole life without it, you do start to feel the isolation of it. It's almost like the otherness of it, like you never come first for anyone ever. It's hard not to internalize that the longer you go doing life on your own. It can be so lonely and more wildly traumatic than I think people realize. And it's a small thing, but when you wake up each day and you know that although there might be people around you that love and care about you, nobody's wondering what you're doing with your day or how your day is going. That's not like the first thought that comes to their mind, or how they're going to help you get through your day. It just stings.
Just to let my future husband know, you're a selfish prick. Okay? Because I'm taking this out for the second time this week by myself. This is a blue job. We all know it. Quite frankly, what are you playing at? Joke. Absolute joke.
Y'all notice that all girls that live alone are single? Like, I have friends from 25 to 35 And the ones of us that live alone, we're all single. We all would love to be in a relationship. But I think it shows maybe some form of like how content we are with being alone, and that we need someone that would be fully in addition. Like, I'm already doing everything. I cook, I clean, I take care of, I don't know, the boy jobs. I gotta kill bugs. I gotta do all of that. I gotta change light bulbs. And I think it just shows like we're all so capable in what we have that we just don't need to settle for what a man can offer. We do all want a man, but like, we're just not ready to settle for it. And we just live alone and in our peaceful life, and we have our nighttime routines, our morning routines. And while we would love a man, we don't need a man. I find that so interesting that we are all in the same boat. Literally from 35, I guess I should say 25 to 35, but you know, just food for thought.
You know what gets me about when they say I cook, I clean, I already do everything, is as soon as they get into the relationship, all of that goes out the window. Every single thing that they talked about doing, I do this, I do that, I do it all. Okay then, are you going to go 50-50? Because you do everything. Instead of you doing 100%, let's take it down to 50%. No, I'd rather do 100%. I thought you just said you did everything. So if you said you did everything, and then I say, okay, well then I'm coming in, I'll take 50% of that. So I don't got to do 100, you don't got to do 100. Bet, let's get it. And now you're saying I'd rather do 100% by myself. Well, why did you say that you can do everything? I come in only want you to do 50. That seems like a deal to me. Why did you say that you could do everything if you're not willing to do even 50%? What the heck? Like, that frustrates me. Like, anyways.
Do you want to know what I love about men? This. That. And this is why I cannot be a feminist, because I cannot for the life of me imagine myself building that. Sorry, tree. No, not me. I will never. I mean, I could contribute, but no way.
What are the benefits that a man has from having female friends? What are some of the benefits a woman have from having guy friends? If you guys were walking on the street together and somebody came up and tried to rob you, do you expect him to try and protect you? If he's gonna risk his life for you, what's the equal benefit for him having a female friend? He potentially gets some puss.
Oh my god, you guys are so cute together.
Oh no, we're just friends.
Have you ever accidentally fallen in love with your best friend and not known if you should tell them or stuff your feelings because you were afraid of ruining your friendship forever? Well, I have. And this is how it went. I had a boy best friend of a year, and we were genuinely, purely platonic, best friends, told each other everything. And then about 8 months into friendship, I caught big feelings. I had no idea if he felt the same way. Super attracted to him, and I couldn't figure out what to do. To complicate things, we didn't live in the same state, so we always had to be intentional about when we'd see each other. I finally came to the conclusion that it would be way worse to never tell him how I feel and eventually see him fall in love with someone else than maybe mess up our friendship, but also maybe fall in love. So I decided to take a trip to the city that he lives in. I had a bunch of other friends living in the same city, but I knew I was really just going for him, but at least it didn't look like that. The whole flight, I was just hyping myself up to have this conversation with him. We're hanging out the first night, and I decide to ask him about his love life and if there's any potential interest right now, because that's not something crazy that we would have talked about as best friends. The love of my life looks me dead in the eye and says, "No, there's no one that I'm interested in right now. In fact, it's a bummer because I feel like I have so many incredible women in my life, like you, but I just don't really have any feelings for anyone." Immediate heartbreak, immediate devastation. Of course, I just take that as the ultimate friend zone, and I drop that topic.
As women, we need to stop dating down. We genuinely need to stop giving the uglies a chance, because for whatever reason they think that they made it and then their egos blow up and then they end up screwing people over. Like, what? That's why I'm not on the dating apps. That's why you shouldn't be on the dating apps, okay? Because these men, okay, these boys, think they have access to you when in real life, in the wild, you wouldn't look them a certain way. And then don't get caught up in the, okay, like, he's not that handsome, but he's nice. Everybody's nice. That's the fucking bare minimum. Oh my God, if that man cannot be nice, cannot be polite, girl, my cat's nice and she scratches me a lot. She's nice. She comes and cuddles. Come on. We need to stop as a collective. I've given men, ugly men, a chance. And they were ugly on the inside too. Okay? Alright? Unless he's ugly, very rich, very generous. Very generous. Okay? No. Even then, you need to reconsider. And then don't go for the best looking men who have nothing to offer. Okay? Because that is the same problem, is they think they can just get away with things with their...
You know, the thing that I find crazy is that some of these ladies are cute, but they're not cute enough to be talking like this. You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if you're saying, well, you know, I like to find a guy that's attractive. But then a lot of these ladies, they're just talking reckless. They're just talking reckless. And you don't even look that great yourself. Not saying that you ain't average or you don't look all right, but the way that you speak should be indicative. Some of these ladies talk so much trash. So much trash. And once again, nobody's saying that you can't have confidence. Nobody's saying that you can't believe in yourself. Nobody's saying that it's not good to try to talk yourself up, hype yourself up, build up your self-esteem. You're going to need that in the world. But the way that you talk is not trying to give yourself confidence. You go past giving yourself confidence and you try to belittle somebody else. And then you're going to wonder why a man won't buy you a drink. Y'all are so freaking rude.
That's easy. Women are coming in for divorces more than men. Why? Because they're tired. They're tired of their husband's shit. They're tired of their husbands not doing anything. They're tired of doing it all, coming in and being the super mom, working 24/7, picking up the house, doing their husband's laundry on top of their kids' laundry, cleaning the house, doing everything, and their husband literally does nothing. They are tired of the disrespect. They are tired of the unassistance of people coming in and helping them. So guess what, men? You want to stay married? Pick up a broom. Go to the school, pick up your kids, make the lunches, do the laundry. I don't know, just a couple things that you could do to try and save your marriage.
Let's have a quick recap. My mother-in-law DNA tested my baby behind my back after I'd said no, I do not want my baby DNA tested. She couldn't do the test with my husband because my husband had also said no to the DNA test, so she DNA tested our baby with her husband. The results came back as a 0 match and honestly nearly ruined my life because my husband for a period of time believed that that baby wasn't his. Enter my partner's dad. He comes to us and tells us that he wants to do a DNA test with his son. Not with the baby, not with my partner and our baby. No, my partner's dad and my partner. I hope that makes sense. So they do a DNA test behind my mother-in-law's back because if they are a match, if they are father and son, they obviously don't want the mum to know that they've done a DNA test. Turns out they're not father and son. 0 match. Absolutely no chance in hell that my partner's dad is really his dad, his biological dad. So the last time I spoke to you, we had just got the results to tell us that my partner and his dad weren't related in any way. Then we decided to confront my mother-in-law. And I am so excited to tell you this story. So my husband and his dad went full-on family intervention style. And lucky little old me got to be there as well. We waited at her house for her to come home from lunch with her sister. Lunch with her sister is her weekly gossip and complaining sessions. My plan was to be chilled, silent even, demure, you know? Just sit back, sip my water and watch the fireworks fly. That did not happen. When she walked through that front door, all smiles and shopping bags, something in me just snapped. I stood up, slammed the DNA results down on her table, slid them towards her in exactly the same fashion she did to me. And then I just watched the realization and the panic wash over her face. All hell broke loose at that point. My husband and his dad started shouting over each other, shouting at her at the same time. It was messy, loud, and so emotional. But whilst this was going on, she did not look at the men once. She stood there staring at me the whole time, and I just smirked right back. Finally, once my husband and his dad had stopped shouting and the silence just engulfed us, she slowly turned to look at her husband. And more coldly than I could probably recite, she said, "It was 30 years ago. What do you want me to do about that now?" And then she just left, just walked out.
And the question that she asked was, what do you want me to do about that? That was 30 years ago. Once again, I go back to the story of the woman calling in a show, telling millions, actually in that episode, hundreds of thousands of people. So what millions, to be fair. The hundreds of thousands of people that, well, you know, I actually, you know, I was actually involved with a few more people than I actually let on. You know, I told my husband that I wasn't really that active because he had a look on his face. But really, I was a little bit more active than I let him to believe. He believed what I said. We got married. And now, you know, I'm pregnant and we're about to start having to go to doctor's appointments. And I think, you know, the truth might start coming out. What do? Do I tell him? I think that might have been 2 or 3 years into their relationship. What do you want me to do it now? It was 30 years ago. They go back and try to, oh, what do I do? Help me out. Once again, there was a study that talked about women are better at infidelity because they know how to cover their tracks. No. Unless you're a hardened criminal that has been doing this for a long, long time, it's going to be hard over a period of time for you to cover your tracks. You don't think like a criminal, so you're not built like it. So you don't do the things that criminals do on a regular basis. You have to actually have consistent practice at doing the wrong thing. It's the same way as if you were working a job. You would have to have consistent practice at doing the wrong thing or doing the right thing. Hands-on training, on-the-job training, if you can call it a job. You don't have that. To be fair, most modern women, they have to practice doing stupid stuff. But even then, modern women are dumb criminals. And so they'll get in there. And some of these women, they're not bad people. It's just they don't start off as bad people. But they keep on going down a road that gets them in trouble. They're not truthful with their man. Some of these modern women, that's what they do. So they're going to do it. Share 7, that type of stuff. They're going to do that type of stuff. They've been doing it for a long, long time. They're con artists and scammers. But some of these women that adopt, not all, but some of the stuff that modern society has told them to do, not necessarily bad people, but the way that they carry themselves and the things that they do, very detrimental to the family. And when she just talked about, well, what do you want me to do about it? It was 30 years ago. You're hoping that you can distance yourself far from that to where we're old now. It doesn't really matter that much anymore. And that was 30 years ago. No, you should have told him. That was a shock. He was like, hey, I want to be honest with you. This might not change anything. It might, but I want to be honest with you. Modern women women in general need to start coming clean about the stuff that they're involved in. Just like you want a man to effectively communicate with you, you better communicate with that man. Period.
No apology, no shame, no explanation. The audacity of this woman, she tried to expose me, tried to tear me and my baby away from our family. And then when her own mess crawled out from under the floorboards, it's everybody else's fault.
Knock that shit off fast. Show me.
40K a year.
No.
40K a year is a no-go. What about 50? No, it can't. You gotta be at minimum $1 million.
At minimum $1 million a year?
Yes. I hate having this conversation because it's like, it sounds so shallow. No, I want to see what it's like to date somebody that make at least $1 million a year. I want to see what that's like.
You want to see what it's like you never have?
Well, I've seen what it's like, yes, and I like that better because those didn't work out.
Hey, I'm gonna open the door for you.
Who else was gonna open the door? Was I supposed to teleport inside? Do I look like Chris Angel to you?
I was just letting you know I was gonna open the door.
Is your arm broken? Is that like a big accomplishment to you? Who else was gonna open the door? Obama? Like, you're just opening a car door. It's not rocket science and you're supposed to open the car door.
I thought it would be romantic to say.
Don't think that. It's the bare minimum. Just open it. Is your arm broken? Is that like a big accomplishment to you?
Stop asking her to FaceTime you and you ain't spend no money to get her hair done. What's she FaceTiming you for?
The reason why so many beautiful, well-rounded women cannot find a partner is because a lot of parents failed their sons. My mom on a walk had asked me, we know so many beautiful, well-rounded girls, why are they single? I responded with, your generation was so hard on the girls. Like, we literally had to be made out of glass. We couldn't afford to make mistakes. Failure was not in our vocabulary. Like, we literally had to be perfect. So now you have this large group of women that are almost like overperforming. So now you have this large group of women who know how to take care of a home, know how to take care of themselves, are family oriented, but they also have the ambition of a man and are career focused. Overall, they are performing at standards and expectations that are so high because back home, specifically, my parents are from India. Back home, women weren't granted the same privileges and rights back home in India. So my mom still had me performing the gender norms of a good Indian daughter, but I was encouraged to basically utilize the freedom that I had. Parents failed their sons. Because while so much pressure is being put on women, nothing was put on their boys.
This TikToker just lost her marriage because of TikTok.
How was your day?
Her husband didn't just get mad, he went full-on rage mode, ending the get ready with me's, the vlogs, the constant filming in one brutal meltdown.
Why would you do that? No, literally, like, why would you do that? Like, I'm literally recording a video, and the fact that you... No, every single time I try to video something, like, you literally act as...
And then her husband dropped the worst statement that broke her heart. Then the recording stopped. But behind those 60 seconds is a story that's way messier than you think. So now the internet is at war. Are you team wife who just loves doing TikToks? Or are you team husband who's just tired of living in a reality TV show? Well, once you hear what happens next, you might switch sides. This TikToker, Just Jade, went viral for exposing to the world how her husband hates TikTok. And people online have one thing to say: run as far away as you can. Because of that one video, people online had a lot of accusations, so Jade clarified what really happened.
He is fed up. He did hit her. He is pissed at the phone. Okay, I'm just gonna clear the air really fast. 1, he never hit me. 2, yeah, he's pissed off at the phone, but he's always pissed off at the phone. Like, I don't record very often, but when I do, I enjoy recording. And he just seems to always get upset every time I record on TikTok. So I don't understand if it's like a TikTok thing or if he's pissed off that I'm like putting videos of myself on the internet. Like, I'm not really sure what his problem is.
But TikTokers feel that it all boils down to one reason. Sounds like he needs your attention. He is literally begging for your time. But more women think that her husband just showed his true colors, and her face would be the next thing to be smashed. So they are all telling her to escape this as early as possible. But Jade's response shocked her followers because she said this:
thank you for the love that all of you are, you know, telling me to like leave. Like, I love him. He has never hit me. I don't think he will ever hit me.
And this statement made her followers mad because she's gaslighting herself. But Jade went full on defense mode when the comments section turned on her. Some of the comments said, maybe you are a really wife.
My husband literally gets everything that he wants. I cook, I clean, I do the laundry, everything a stay-at-home wife could do. That's what I do.
She tried to make peace with her husband, but this was her response.
I made breakfast and coffee.
I'm not hungry.
You're not hungry?
No, I'm not hungry. I gotta go.
Where are you going?
I'm going to work.
Yeah, but you're supposed to have today off.
So the comment section exploded yet again, and they all have one conclusion. He's cheating. And so she confronted him like this.
So I have a simple question for you. Are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me? Because you don't even come home till really late. You don't even take me out to eat. You don't even kiss me. You don't even really talk to me. Like, you don't even want to hang out with me. Like, I literally cook you food. I cook you food. I take care of you. I do your laundry. Yeah, you do. But you don't spend time with me. You don't even have time for me at all. Like, I don't even understand. No, yeah, I do. Are you crazy? You. Because I can. No, I'm asking you a simple question. Answer the question. Let me see your phone. So I can't see your phone because I don't pay the bill. You can see my phone. I have nothing to fucking hide.
After this, everything fell apart and Jade had just had enough.
Please let me see your phone. I feel like you're cheating on me, so I just need the proof. No, Sean, I'm serious.
Just like that, Jade knew that it's all over. Before signing the divorce papers, she exposed her husband's face to the entire world.
When you do get home, you will be signing divorce papers. That's what he looks like.
So after everything I've shown you, are you team wife or team husband? Let me know in the comments below.
You know what I find weird about a lot of this stuff is that these women are trying to expose somebody that we don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know them. So unless it's like extra juicy, nobody's going to care. Maybe the people in your town, maybe the people that he went to high school with. Unless this man is like a criminal or he's done something heinous, nobody cares. But to be fair, modern women today, they're victims, so they try to make everything and they try to spin everything as if the man has done them the worst they've ever been done. They leave out key facts and details until they've gotten thousands of followers, and then slowly over time they let out the information of what they actually did. And then some women who try to hold her accountable is, oh, well, now I can understand why he did what he did. I'm not following you anymore. But most modern women, dare I say like her, they'll tell the truth in small doses later on after they're done exposing the guy. And then even at that, they'll try to hedge it and be like, oh, but, you know, it wasn't really even that bad. Or, you know, I only did it because of this. Yeah, girl, we totally understand. Been there, done that. You've been there and done that and doing men wrong and not taking accountability. You've been there, done that. Because that's not a good thing.
Why would I chase you when women don't run from the niggas they want?
I don't mean to be rude, right? One of us is a licensed attorney, and I don't know what you do.
I'm a licensed insurance broker around.
That does not make you an attorney. Everything you're talking about, okay, is secondary to the statement that I'm making, right? And that is, you do not have a right to privacy in public. So you, like, if you want, you do not have a right to privacy in public, full stop.
So?
No, there's no so. Full stop. You have no right to privacy in public. There is not. I don't mean to be rude, right? One of us is a licensed attorney, and I don't know what you do.
I'm a licensed insurance broker around.
That does not make you an attorney.
Privacy, security.
Great. There is no right to privacy in public.
When a man leaves you, there is a gift behind him leaving. Sometimes the breakup is the blessing. See, sometimes you got to get rid of a man in order for God to give you the man that you really need.
Just cause she like you, that ain't enough. Liking you don't pay no bills. At the end of the day, she still got bills to pay. Spoil her. Spend some money on her. It be the broke niggas complaining like, that's all she wanted, some money. Give her what she want then. Rich niggas don't complain about little shit. She can't even brag to you to her friends because you don't do nothing for her. The fuck?
I'm 30. So how do I tell a man I want him to come over just to make out?
That's it. You say that. For a lot of men,
Blunt communication like that is so refreshing. You don't need to hint or play little games. He probably won't catch them anyways. So if that's what you really want, just tell him that. Exactly that.
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, like, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in like corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is like what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not staying in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really gonna help. And number 5, he's gotta have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
Honestly, nothing to see here, just a whole bunch of foolishness. Men get tired of it. Men get tired of it. Unfortunately, and like I said, you know, even the pretty ones, they're going to end up alone. They're going to end up single. And I think she actually goes to the gym. She actually works out. She does all that stuff. You're going to end up alone because you can't get out of your own way. Men don't want to be bothered with that. Plain and simple.
And they both were of the understanding at that point that she was going to refinance and get this taken care of right away. It's now more than 2 years later, and nothing's been done. Now we've learned that her intent is to not do so for another 18 months.
Give me a date. I will require that be done within 14 days of today's date. She can do it within 14 days. Thank you. Court will note the appearance of Ms. McNiff on behalf of the plaintiff, Ms. Thomas on behalf of the defendant. This matter is before the court on the defendant's motion to require plaintiff to comply with the judgment of divorce.
All right, so the issue is, of course, whether or not and when Ms. Gentry, Ms. Tinsman has to respond or has to remove his name from the allegation. The concern is that now we've learned that her intent is to not do so for another 18 months. The problem, or to even list the house for sale for another 18 months, which would even be beyond that. But the problem of it is that it's affecting Mr. Gentry's credit. It's affecting his ability to do other things at his house and ownership of his house. And they both were of the understanding at that point that she was going to refinance and get this taken care of right away. It's now more than 2 years later, and nothing's been done. And it seems that Ms. Tinsman is of the belief that she can do this if and when she wants to. And it is affecting his credit. It is affecting, there's all kinds of excuses, but every excuse is one that frankly is under Ms. Tinsman's control. We just are asking for a date by when it needs to be done.
Okay, thank you. Ms. McNiff, you talk about all sorts of things in the response. What's the date that she'll have this refinanced by?
But
that's not before today. Give me a date. Okay, well, the court's not going to wait indefinitely for the plaintiff to qualify or whatever. And because we can't be given a date, the court is going to order that the house be sold, listed for sale forthwith, and be sold. But at this point, if there's no date, that she's going to have to list it for sale and have it sold forthwith and provide Ms. Thomas with the listing agreement. I will require that be done within 14 days of today's date. She can do it within 14 days. Thank you.
But the problem of it is that it's affecting Mr. Gentry's credit. It's affecting his ability to do other things at his house and ownership of his house.
Give me a date.
You can see the look on her face even now. She's not planning on doing anything with it. If I had to take a guess, modern women like this think that men owe them. They think that men owe them for all of the trouble that they've gone through. What trouble specifically? Oh, well, I washed your dirty underwear, and I washed yours too. I cooked and cleaned for you, and I gave you massages, and I made sure that when we were having children, you had everything you wanted for nothing, and everything was taken care of. When you said you wanted to stay home with the kids, I made provisions and I worked overtime to make sure the bills are paid. So there's that. I did my job and you did yours. You didn't do more than me and I didn't do more than you. We were partners. Well, the mental load, that's what they got to bring out. That's what they got to bring out, that type of stuff. The mental load. Oh, I felt like in certain situations, and I just think lying. They do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it on their own time, and they expect men to follow. Unfortunately, with women like this, you got to take them to court. You got to hire representation, good representation. That's not going to BS you. That's not going to be secretly on her side, because that happened. You'll fool around and hire a lawyer or an attorney thinking that, oh yeah, this person has the best interest, has my best interest at heart. Attorney the whole time is friends with her attorney. They're trading secrets. They're not supposed to be doing that, but they're trading secrets. And then all of a sudden, they're using that for their case. And your attorney just sitting there allowing them to levy all of these accusations and rumors against you and not even fighting it. Your Honor, we have to have some time to go back and assess what's actually going on, you know. And you're looking at it like, what am I paying you all this money for? You think it would be made up, but it actually happens. It actually happens that they do that, and the man gets screwed. So even hiring an attorney and going to court, even that's a roll of the dice for men. But yeah, these modern women act just like her. They think that they're owed everything. They put in a little bit of work and expect to get everything. Expect to get everything 100-fold. Absolutely not.